Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Novi Andriani with name 188215039. I'm from English Education Study Program. Today I will fulfill final mid test about reported speech for the subject intermediate grammar and the lecture Mr. Franscy M.Pd. Okay, let's for first slide. For first slide, I want to explain about reported speech. Reported speech definition. Reported speech is often also called indirect speech in English. Learn useful grammar rules in relation to reported speech with example sentence and ESL printable worksheet. When we use reported speech, we are usually talking about the past because obviously the person who spoke originally spoke in the past. Okay, for the next slide, there is kind of reported speech. There are three for reported speech. First, statement. Second, command and request. Third, question. We will discuss one by one. For the first, there is statement. The meaning of statement is a statement, report, and announcement, are often interpreted as giving a personal statement in expressing opinion to someone. For sentences in the form of statement, they are usually marked with the verb tell or told or say or said. In addition, other verbs can also be used such as admit, suggest, advise, etc. As for checking into reported speech, that is usually a selection. It is used to change direct statement into indirect statement. There are some changes conducted in the indirect speech, such as tense, pronoun, adverb of time, and adverb of place. Or it could be reported speech statement. It could be used to change direct statement into indirect statement. Okay, next, there are pattern for reported speech statement. Is introductory clause or indirect speech, that main clause or direct speech. Okay, for example, this slide, there are some sentence. First, I like ice cream. Indirect speech, she said that she liked ice cream. Then, I'm living in London. Indirect speech, she said that she was living in London. We have to see how many tenses are used in the first sentence or direct speech or introductory clause. Then we adjust it with the existing formula. Example, for direct speech, I like ice cream. Into indirect speech, she said that she like ice cream. I like ice cream is using tenses simple present. If then change to simple past, which I like ice cream, see verb 1 simple present to be liked. Like is verb 1 and in simple past verb 2 like is liked. So I like ice cream to be, he said that she liked ice cream. And for I'm living in London, living is present continuous. To be, I'm living in London. present continuous. Why present continuous? Because to be in sentence is am, and verb in sentence is verb ing. To be past continuous. She said that she was living in London. Okay, like that. And next slide is there is not. Do not change the tense if the introductory clause is in simple present, say or says. For example, she says, I like coffee. In direct speech, she says that she likes coffee. Says not trying to say. And second note is but if the introductory clause is in the past tense, said or thought, then we change the tense in the reported speech. Example, direct speech. She said, I like ice cream. In direct speech, she said that she liked ice cream. Said, not thanks. Okay, second kind of reported speech is command and request. Reported speech command and request are found using to clause in positive sentence and not to clause in negative sentence. Commonly usually use the reporting verb told. Request usually uses the reporting verb asked. Pattern for command and request. For positive, introductory clause plus to clause. In negative, introductory clause plus not and plus to clause. Furthermore, we can see example. For the first direct speech, he said, please turn off the light when you leave. This is example for command. Reported speech command. To be in direct speech, he taught me to turn off the light when I left. Before he said to be he taught. And for example, for the next example is the sign said do not enter. This is example for command. To be, the sign told us not to enter. Before said to be told. And third, could you please be quick, she said. This is example for request. Could you please be quick, she said. To be, she asked me to be quick. So then is example for command and request. So command is used talk and request use is asked. Okay, for the next slide, third kind of reported speech question. We usually introduce reported question with the verb ask. He asked me if or whether, yes or no question. He asked me what, when, where, what, how, question, what question. As with reported statement, we may need to change pronouns and tense back shift, as well as time and place in reported question. But we also need to change the word order after we report a question. It is no longer a question, and in writing there is no question mark. The word order is like that of a normal statement, subject, verb, and object. Okay, there is kind of reported question. There are two. For the first is yes or no, and the informative question. We can explain one by one. For first, there is yes or no. Pattern. For reported speech, yes or no question, we use reporting asked. For reported speech, yes or no question, we use conjunction if or whether as the conjunction. For reported speech, yes or no question must be in the form of affirmative sentence. Some changes are also conducted in reported question, such as tense, adverb, and pronoun. For pattern, there is introductory clause plus if or whether plus main clause. Example direct: she said, "Do you want coffee?" Indirect: she asked me if I wanted coffee. If before she said to be changed, she asked. And then, do you want coffee? One is simple present and verb one. To be, if I wanted coffee, wanted is verb 2 in simple past. So simple present can change to simple past. Okay, next slide. There is informative. For reported speech informative question, we use reporting verb asked. For reported speech informative question, we use the question itself as the conjunction. For reported speech informative question must be in the form of affirmative sentence. Some changes are also conducted in reported question, such as tense, adverb, and pronoun. The pattern: there is introductory clause, where or what, where, why, who, how, etc. plus question plus main clause. Example for direct: she said, "Where are you going?" Indirect: she asked me where I was going. If before she said to be, she asked, because reported speech question must use asked. And then, where are you going? Where are you going? Going is present continuous. It is changed to be past continuous. So I was going. Okay. And then for reported speech question, verb can change for the past. Okay, next slide. There is tenses of reported speech. For tenses of reported speech, in indirect speech, there are simple present, present continuous, present perfect, simple past, past perfect, and simple future. Can pairing or opposite with indirect speech. There are simple past, past continuous, past perfect, and past future. Simple present pairing or opposite with simple past, and present continuous pairing or opposite with past continuous. Present perfect, simple past, past perfect pairing or opposite with past perfect, and simple future pairing or opposite with past future. Okay, so that's all an explanation from the discussion of the reported speech. Thank you for your attention. More less sorry if there are some correction word. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.